Okay, this video is for Chris and Gordon, and it's about what we talked about Thursday night about the 12 volts going into a laptop port where the charger normally plugs in, and the discussion was that 12 volts going in, you know, the charger is 19 volts, and you know, the batteries on the inside of the laptop are 12 volts, and I don't know why you couldn't hook it up to the just straight to the charger port, DC 12 volt battery. And Gordon said that if you did put 12 volts where 19 is supposed to be, then it wouldn't be 12 volts coming out of where the computer sends 12 volts to. It would be something less, because it would be a ratio. And so I wanted to show this situation. What I've got here is I've got a 12 volt computer power supply over there, right here, and that's going into my boost converter. The top long one is the boost converter, and it so it's going in here on these two right here. So that's 12 going in, and on the output it's going to this meter up here on the left, and I've got the output set at 19 volts, and it's coming out of there and going into the input of the buck converter. The boost steps up voltage, the buck steps down voltage. So I've got 19 volts at this point going into the buck converter, and what's coming out, you know, what's coming out of it, this is the output side going over to this meter. So this would be like your computer. This would be like the 12 volt port or the 19 volt port for the charger. And then inside the computer it would have something like this that would regulate the voltage to what the computer wants to work with. And like I said, right now it's set up so that it's just like your charger, 19 volts going in. So what we want to see is what would happen is if we lower the voltage to what a regular car battery or marine battery, 12 volt battery, what would happen to what the computer sees. And it should, you know, I'm saying it'll stay at 12 volts. And so here I'll change the voltage. The voltage over here is what we're going to send to the bottom one. I don't have I can't see good. Alright, so now you should be able to see the voltage. I'm going to lower it. So this would be as if you put a 12 volt battery in. If you notice the 12 volts over here, it's staying 12 volts. It's because it acts like a regulator, not a transformer. So like your battery, let's say you have a pretty well charged battery, it's, you know, 12.6 or something. So that's now on the input of the bottom one. We're you know, saying and simulating the computer. Now it's seeing 12 volts on the input, and it's still putting 12 volts on the output. Didn't change a thing to this. It knows that it's regulating the 12 volts, and that's how DC to DC converters work. Doesn't matter what happens to the input. You know, there's a range that it can take. And my theory is, I haven't tried it yet, I don't have a port for my computer charge port, otherwise I would try it. I got a little cheapy anyway, but so that'd be the next step. I'll test it by doing it. But I wanted to show Gordon this, that that's how DC to DC converter works. Thanks.